Hey, what's up you guys, Connor Comics here, welcome to another video on my channel. But yeah, let's just jump into the haul that we have today. The first book that I have, I can't really talk too much about as I haven't read it. And that would be the Invincible Iron Man series, collecting 1 to 14 during 2015. Iron Man has always been a character that I've wanted to get into since I watched Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 3. Iron Man 2, nah, that movie was forgettable. But yeah, this is book that the art looks fun. It seems focused more on the sort of Iron Man suit that he has and the different adventures that he goes on. The artwork looks pretty nice, quite enjoy it. So yeah, can't wait to jump into this, find out more about the character of Tony Stark and the Iron Man suit, etc. So yeah, that is the Invincible Iron Man. Next book that we have, I didn't really rate this series. I think it would be good as an MCU movie, but the issue that I found with this was it was too much of here's a set of heroes, here's a set of heroes. They don't know which one's a Skrull, so they just basically fight. And basically I enjoyed the sort of bits of it where it's the paranoia of you don't know who you can and can't trust. But then it just basically came at, here's a fight scene, here's a fight scene, here's a fight scene, here's a fight scene, and it just dragged on too much. There seemed to be no actual resolution. It just sort of came to an end. One issue where it's like, great, we're on our 8th issue, how do we wrap this up? I didn't really rate this. I've enjoyed other event books that Bendis has written, like I enjoyed Civil War 2, but once again it sort of had the same issue that Civil War 2 did, where it's like, and it just sort of ends. Yeah, it was sort of disappointing as I've always enjoyed Bendis as a writer. Like, I loved his all new X-Men run, I enjoyed his Uncanny X-Men run, I loved his series on Miles Morales Spider-Man, I loved Daredevil End of Days. Yeah, it just didn't really take well to this book. And then, so the next book that we have to talk about is John Constantine Hellblazer, Original Sins Volume 1 by Jamie Delano. This basically collects his first couple of adventures and then also includes some Swamp Thing, so Swamp Thing 76 to 77, and then this collects of John Constantine up until issue 9. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. If you do go on to pick up this book, one thing that I will say is it's not really split up into where, like, let's say you get to a certain point and then it shows the cover for the next issue. How you know that an issue ends and begins is down here by the to be continued, and then it just goes on. So it doesn't really have the split up of covers the way that New Comics does. It does improve that in the second volume. So if you're someone like me who reads it issue by issue per night, just someone that blazes through it, it's probably easier for you. But yeah, the John Constantine issues, I really enjoyed the whole him making different deals with the different demons or with the devil, him taking on a paedophile, him sort of dealing with the loss of how he can't seem to actually save anyone, so he sort of has the people that he weren't able to save haunt him as he goes along, and he has arguments with them. I've really enjoyed that aspect of the sort of supernatural world where they sort of play off it a bit more in the second volume, where he's in a bar and everyone just thinks he's drunk, but he's actually arguing with the ghosts of the people that he's failed, so everyone's like, he's a whack job. But I always enjoy that sort of style. But yeah, the Swamp Thing's issues in this are, I just could not get into them at all. They are just crazy. Like, basically Alec, who is the Swamp Thing, transfers his consciousness into John Constantine's body so he can have sex with his girlfriend and repopulate and make a seed so that he can grow another Swamp Thing or start the Parliament of Tree. I don't know, I sort of skipped them as it just got weirder and weirder. and it was just basically this awkward thing of two people having sex for no reason. And then the second volume just basically picks up where that left off, and it's just him fighting his way to get back into his body, and that storyline literally ends with him going, "Sorry mate, I wasn't here the whole time, I wasn't just using your girlfriend," and you just have Swamp Thing going, "Thank you for allowing me to use your body," and that's it, just ends. It's bizarre, so if you're reading this, just read the 9 issues of John Constantine and then just skip the Swamp Thing. Yeah, Volume 2. In Volume 2, the whole story of Newcastle. So Newcastle, if you have watched anything to do with John Constantine, you'll sort of know of Astra and the story of Newcastle and what sort of went down, but this is like the sort of original origin of that. You also have him, he basically has a storyline in this where he jumps off a train since the ghosts that haunt him basically corner him, and he gets sick of it, so he jumps out the train, so he breaks all the bones in his body. But a demon comes along and basically makes a deal with him that, oh, you can use my blood and it will heal you. So you basically have the storyline where he's trying to trick this demon into not basically doing his bidding, but the blood inside him starts to disintegrate his body. So basically has this limited time window where he has to basically find a cure or figure out a way to trick the demon or kill the demon so he doesn't basically die of this demon's blood. So it's crazy things like that that makes me love the character of John Constantine. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.